Hello and welcome everybody to this week's episode of the Photoshop Quick Tips podcast. In this week's episode, I'm going to be taking you through an interesting text effect that you see a whole lot now on different websites and web banners and things like that. This can also be used to create a very trendy and professional looking logo. So the first thing I'm going to do is, with my type layer selected, I'm going to duplicate that layer using Command or Control J on my keyboard. Next, I'm going to double click this layer and rename it Gloss, because that's what I'm going to be using it for. I'm going to be using it to turn this ordinary text, into a glossy looking icon. So now I'm going to turn that layer off for now and only work on my original text layer. I'm going to come down here to the layer style icon, come all the way down and choose stroke. In the stroke dialog, I'm going to click the color to change it to white. Click OK. I can leave all my other options the same. I'm going to come over here and click drop shadow, and I'm going to increase the size to 10 and back the opacity off to about 60% and click OK. So now I have my basic look of my text that I want, but I need to add that nice little glossy icon effect. So in order to do that, I'm going to turn my gloss layer back on. I'm actually going to double click the type layer and then change the color to white so that I have just a white type layer there. And now I'm going to control click, or on PC right click, and choose rasterize type. That's just going to give me a nice bitmapped image to work from now. Now I'm going to come up here and grab my elliptical marquee tool and draw out a selection across the middle of the text, and then drop it down so that it kind of hangs off the bottom here. Now all I'm going to do is hit the delete key, use Command or Control D to deselect, and then drop this layer's opacity down to about 30%. And I did that instantaneously by hitting the 3 key on my keyboard. So that's another interesting tip. If you're wanting to change your layer's opacity, you can do so by hitting the corresponding key on your keyboard, like 4 for 40, 5 for 50, that kind of thing. So just an interesting tip to go along with it there. So now we have our nice glossy text, and all I have to do to instantly make this a really professional looking logo is add a nice little shape and maybe my web address, and there you have a very clean and professional looking logo. So that's it for this episode of Photoshop Quick Tips. I want to thank everybody for watching again this week. If you have any questions or comments, please post them on the blog site at www.photoshopquicktips.com. And also, don't forget that if you order my new DVD before December the 1st, you'll get $5 off the original price. So you can pre-order that DVD by going to the store link at www.photoshopquicktips.com. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week.